Hi there. All right, for the Monday circuit, we're going full SI swimsuit issue today since I got nothing else to film it. Monday circuit, we've got bicycles on your back for half the distance. We'll talk about that in a minute. Supine leg lift, and then the iron cross stretch, which I usually call Iron Maiden in Training Peaks. If you see that, it means iron cross. So what we're going with here, no loops yet, want to make sure that the small of your back is against the ground. And the reason we do this is to engage all of your core, all the way from the deep muscles in the TBA, all the way up here to your obliques. So lifting up, pushing out. Focus the two things that we want to focus on. One, keeping this engaged at all times. Don't worry so much in these early weeks about what your legs are doing. It's not about how far. That's why we start at half distance. It's not about how far you can get your leg out, because if you notice, when I straighten this leg out completely, the small of my back comes off the ground, and yours probably will too. So I would, if I were you, hands on the ground, palms toward the ceiling, because you don't want any assist from them. Focus on pressing the small of your back into the ground, and just do little bicycles. Try and keep the small of your back against the ground while your legs are in motion. If you find that too challenging and your legs are just wonky all over the place, take a stronger loop and put it around your knees. This is not better. This is just, it makes me feel better because I'm like, my legs are all akimbo. So with that, here's the final thing we want to be thinking about. But all of your focus. You should really feel it right here. I already do. Pressing the small of your back into the ground, and when you do this, you're not drawing your thighs up. So this isn't a huge exaggerated move. This is just little bitty bicycles. And we really don't want your knee to come back further than maybe right there. So it's more like little kicks, okay? It's like little kicks out, treading water. It's not a full bicycle, all right? Second thing we're gonna do, in the same vein, supine leg lifts. Again, really take a deep breath. You can see small of my back's off the floor. That position in Pilates is called neutral. Take a deep breath. Tilt your pelvis down so that the small of your back is now on the floor. Lift both legs. Okay, from here, exhale, lower one leg at a time. Until at that point where you start to feel the small of your back come off the ground, return and repeat with the other leg. I strongly recommend resetting with a deep breath at the top. Okay, that is your supine leg lift. And then the iron cross looks like this. You're just trying to keep the left hip on the ground while you kick your right foot toward your left hand. Without kicking the chair in front of you. This is good for your piriformis. It's good for your hamstring recruitment. It should really open up your hips, and it just feels really nice. But we're not trying to touch the ground. I don't really care how far over you can get or how close to your hand you can get. Remember, more flexibility is not always a good thing. I'm super hypermobile. My flexibility is a liability. It compels me to do more strength to have to overcome it. So further is not better. We just need to practice stretching. If this is all you can do, that's fine. But what I really want you to get focusing on is a wider range of motion on the down kick here. It's not about how far up you can come to me. It's about how far down you can get and still generate force coming back this way. Try to keep your shoulders on the ground the whole time. 30 seconds on each side. You often refer to as a drill or a dynamic stretch, much more than an actual strength workout, and there's truth to that, but this is a big component of strength as well. As you'll see, that whole torsion of kicking the opposite direction over the midline of your body, that's going to recruit your abs in a different way. And if you've done the first two exercises correctly and really pushed yourself met your body where it's at, and then pushed a little bit, not overreached, then you're really going to feel it after restrained bicycles for a minute. So that's Monday. Now to break down the 3 moves and how, as soon as that boat goes by. So that's the base circuit for the month. Remember, if you do the same thing week in, week out, you've done a lot of work. Give yourself some credit. It's not about progress. It's about doing the work. If you're doing the work, you will progress over time. What we've given you is options for more work every step of the way. Only exercise when you're ready. There's never a should. So if you do the base 1 week and you're like, yeah, I need more, then when we come to week 2, this is what more is going to look like. We're good. The bicycle is, you're going to kick it out a little bit further. So what we're trying to do initially with that bicycle, and I'm going to put, I like my hands right here. I'm putting them right here so that I can turn it more easily and talk to you. We're taking little bitty kicks, controlled, focus, all of the focus is on keeping the small of your back on the ground, right? So go a little bit further, equal amounts of control if you need more work, and if you need more work than that, big dramatic circles. And that is how this progresses over time. If that still is not enough work, get a loop. A heavier loop is not necessarily better, especially if you're focusing on your legs and not on your core. See? Well, bicycles when done correctly are really hard. So that's how the bicycle progresses over the month. The supine leg lift. The next thing we do, so first, remember, we're starting here and we're lowering. We take this to the next level. By then, not turning the body sideways, we're just keeping our hips aligned. Lift our booty off the floor. Alternating over the course of a minute. That's the next step up in the supine leg lift. Don't be too quick to get there. Don't be too eager to get there. And when it comes to the iron cross, that one doesn't really change over the course of the month. It just is what it is. Sorry for the crotch shot. Yay! That is it for Monday. Sweet.